Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Guys on Gaffr. We are back again and we are going to be having another championship episode today. So Super League stuff is going on. We're recording on Wednesday night. It's the end of double game week 18. So we thought we'd let this play out and we'll come back to Super League another time. But we're going to talk championship for a bit, try and make sense of what's going on with COVID. And once again, we are without Spencer. Sad face. He will be back eventually. But I do have David and Abhishek here again. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, doing all right. How are you guys?
Yeah, I'm good. Finally, my Christmas break is starting, so
that's nice.
Very nice. I've got one more day of work left, and then
let's
about
go.
10 days off, which would be nice. So, yeah.
Yes.
So we are going to go through our teams from the last couple of weeks. I have put up just last week's points, even though it's a couple of weeks since we last recorded, and then obviously we'll go through our teams at the end as well and our plans, COVID permitting obviously, and then we're going to just try and tackle what's going on with COVID. Abhishek's put a couple of graphics together just to show the state of play with what teams have had postponements, and we'll have upcoming doubles and stuff like that, and we'll be answering your guys' questions as well. So hopefully it'll be a good episode, and let's dive into our teams. So, first of all, we have David. How have you been getting on the last couple of game weeks?
Yeah, well, actually. Are we looking at my Game Week 22 or 23 team now?
Game week 23, we've just got game week 23 in the end.
Yeah, okay. Nice, because, before these two last weeks, I've been kind of a drought with when it comes to scores in Gaffr. I just went from, I was at the 93rd place in game week 18, and after that I had like 3 consecutive weeks. Yeah, that's nice. But after that I had like 3 consecutive weeks with game week rank above 1k, 2k, and 3k. So I went down to 199. But the last 2 weeks I've had 2 good weeks and gone up to 114 again. So that's good. Finally some green arrows again. So in game week game week 22, I got game week rank 24.
Nice.
Because of like I think everyone else I talked to had like also very lucky benches. That got like Bree and who else? McFastin or something. Yeah. And I also had. I brought in Honeyman some weeks ago, and he finally got a haul that week.
Yes.
And he got he's been great. And this week I got in Johnson finally, because I got so irritated of him getting more points than Synchronagle. So I decided to get both basically, and he got the 10-pointer. I also got in Brereton Diaz, which was a good
Finally.
Finally. And I also put the captaincy band on him, so that was a nice haul. I went with my gut and didn't go Captain Mitrovic, even though I went vice captain. So
Yeah.
very nice.
Good stuff. Very nice. Onwards and upwards then. Top 100 next week.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Right, my team is up next. In game week 21 we used my budget buster, which got me up to 20th, and then I've kind of gone a bit backwards since then. So game week 22 was really, really bad. I got 48 points. Bree stuck third sub on my bench, and my first 2 subs came on for me. So that was a shame. And it was also another case of if you've done exactly the opposite of what Joel says, you'll have done quite well, because I sold Brennan Johnson.
No! Why?
Because, well, I've watched a fair bit of Forest, and I thought, he's a good player, but Forest aren't creating enough chances. And then the fixtures, and then Swansea decided to throw in a terrible defensive performance, and actually the fixtures were still good. So, I do only really have myself to blame for it blowing up in my face. But and who did I bring in? I brought in Harry Wilson, who has blanked twice since. Yeah.
Nice.
So that hasn't gone very well. And Huddersfield are being very annoying, because I brought in both Nichols and Colwill for Budget Buster against Barnes in game week 21. And I think every game week since, I've played them both, and they've got half clean sheets, good. but they have in the half where they conceded in the sorry, they didn't get a half clean sheet this game, but anyway, every single game they have conceded in injury time, late in injury time, in one of the halves, to wipe out 4 points, even more than that on Budget Buster. So yeah, that's annoying. I'll be getting rid of Colwill fairly soon, probably for Zamora, now he's back. But yeah, anyway, so Captain brought in Robinson this week, and decided to put the armband on him. It was a bit of a risk, but you know, he did better than Mitrovic, who I didn't put the armband on at all. So I'll take it. It's just a shame I didn't actually captain Brereton Diaz in the end. That would have been amazing. He was just my vice. So yeah, 30th now. Just a one-place red arrow this week, and just hoping to kick on. But I'm not actually that confident in my team at the moment. I'll be quite happy to just stick around where I am for a bit, moving away from double Huddersfield defence, trying to bring in a few more kind of different players because it's quite templatey. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but we've just got to do the best we can over the next few weeks anyway with COVID. So that's me. And then finally we've got Abhishek.
Yeah, so from the offset, we can see that if I had played a boost in this week, presumably the Budget Buster, then I would have been scored a lot more because all my budget players have scored, finally.
That Anderson 14-pointer. Imagine that. What's that times 2.5? That's 35 points.
Yeah, he had to come good because after a series of 1-1-2-1 points, he had to score. But it really is annoying for me because I was planning to play Budget Booster, but all those COVID factors came into my thoughts, and I said that no, I just waited. Now I'm confused with that when I will play it, but more on that later. As far as this game week is concerned, I took a hit to bring a player who was blanking in me in place. I brought in Lees, didn't turn out so well, conceding a last minute goal, plain 1-pointer. Townsend scored me 5, which was nice to see. My Blackburn triple ups has scored handsomely, but I wish I had captain Brereton, but I captain Mitrovic and he blanked. I mean, how many shots does he want to take for a goal to get? And so Johnson scored a nice 10-pointer. The Blackpool boys duo has scored me nice points, but Harry Wilson is stinking my team. He needs to come out. He's really not looking good, although he has the set pieces, but he doesn't look good at the moment. He's not scoring too many points. He's stinking my team. So possibly he will come out, or I may hold out for just 1 week because Fulham is playing Birmingham this weekend. So possibly last chance for Harry Wilson to bring me some goods. And so I'm at 85 minus 4, so 81 points with a game week rank of 48. I'm up. It's a nice green arrow, so I'm up to 251. As far as game week 22 was concerned, I scored a nice 64 points, with bulk of the scoring done by Mitrovic and Johnson, and a handy 11-pointer from Bree from the bench because Townsend got Gabriel did not want to play. Didn't play. I don't know why. Gabriel did Blackpool. Gabriel was nice differential for my team, but as whenever the minute I brought him in, the 2 games or 3 games I have him in my team, he has been the coach has been benching him. So possibly I have broken another player. I mean, come on, really. So yeah, Pickering scored 7 on game week 22. Bree scored nice 11 points. Johnson scored 14. So and Mitrovic captain, so 18. So out of the 64 points, bulk of the scoring were done by 4 players. Apart from that, only 2s and 3s. So yeah, so 64 on game week 22, 81 on game week 23. I got nice green arrows in the last 2 weeks, which has propelled me to 251st at the moment. I was on a 5 red arrow. I was on a goal two, 5 red arrows back to back for 5 game weeks. So it's nice to see back to back 2 game weeks and nice game week ranks. So yeah, I am so far at 251st with a total score of 1,760 points. So happy with it so far.
That's a
But
cracking game
I
week.
have,
Very
yeah.
good.
Plus I have 3 boosts left. So time for some games.
Nice.
Gains, sorry.
Both of you have three left, don't you? You've got a lot of potential there for some good games. You both got all three?
Yeah, the way
Yeah,
I got all
actually,
3, David.
as well.
What?
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it that much actually. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
20 and 6 game weeks, 3 boosts to play. I don't know which game weeks I'm playing that. I'm
Well,
confused.
hang on. How many weeks do you say with us? How many weeks till it resets?
yeah.
6.
6.
Wait, no,
Mhm.
seven.
No way.
7.
Whoa.
But
Why is it?
game week
Oh, 7, yeah.
game week
24.
30 is, I believe, going to be a big blank game week for FA Cup.
Hmm.
So not that week, but so essentially it's 6 to be fair.
Possibly 27, 28. I'm looking at that. We will talk about that
Well,
more.
let's go on to that now. So Abhishek, you've
Okay.
put together these graphics just to kind of give us an idea of what we can expect. I believe Rob FPL Panda's spreadsheet's
Yeah.
been of use here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you want to just talk us through what you were looking into earlier today, and just kind of what is the state of play at the moment in the championship with COVID and stuff.
Yeah, so in game 6 teams are missing from game week 24. Barnsley, Cardiff City, Coventry City, Stoke, Reading, and Peterborough all have their games postponed. So those 6 teams are missing from this game week. So if you guys have any players from the said 6 teams, you need to take them out because we don't know when, if at all, they will be fit enough for game week 24. As far as whatever the news is concerned, they are definitely missing 24. Plus they have multiple amount of players with COVID effect, with COVID. So there was multiple. So it's outbreak is bad in those teams. So judging from our good friend Panda's planner, he has put together a nice Gaffr fixture planner. When will these double game weeks, the fixtures that have been postponing since game week 22, have, so when will those games probably will be played? And game week 27 and game week 28 seems like the game weeks in which those teams will have a double game week soon, for the likes of Barnsley, Coventry City, Cardiff City, Derby. They all have double game weeks soon. From in, I think in the game week 27, Derby, Luton, Millwall, Preston, and who else? Coventry, Cardiff. So game week 27 seems like a big double game week for all those. What, one, two,
Well,
three, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, go on.
none of these have been confirmed, right? These are just possibilities.
Yeah, no, these
just
are
based off of
possibilities.
what
Yeah,
3 midweeks we've got. So we've got a 3 midweek
yeah.
game after game week 27 and game week 28. So all the ones that say game week 27 in them could go in 28, I suppose. I think as well, although maybe there's a reason that I haven't clocked onto. I believe there is a free game week after game week 29 as well. So I think they could go in there.
Yeah, maybe the games that have been postponed in 24, I mean the last ones, the Reading and Peterborough one, maybe that could go into 29 or some else if the situation doesn't improve. Bearing the situation improves, all these are possibilities. If the situation doesn't improve, then we can't hold double game weeks in 27 also, because it will be too soon of a turnaround with the Boxing Day fixtures and all these festive fixtures. And as far as EFL is concerned, they are determined to continue through these festive periods, like the Premier League. Plus, there is no circuit break also, because especially in the championship, if the circuit breaks happen, they will be losing a lot of money as well, because they are on a tight budget as well. So yeah, all these are possibilities. But seemingly game week 27 and game week 28 are the options open at the moment for those double game week fixtures. So let's see what the EFL thinks or
Yeah.
decides to do that.
Okay, so after a brief intermission where Abhishek has managed to shut up the dog,
Quiet the dogs. Yes, finally.
we can now continue with the episode. And the other issue was my computer ran out of space too. So it's all
Yeah.
going well. What we were talking about was what fixtures kind of stand out in terms of who to target from these doubles, because I was saying that you can see Reading Peterborough is quite an attractive one from a point of view of getting someone like Swift. He could do really well, but obviously we don't know what weeks they fall in, so we don't know kind of what other fixtures there'll be. Are there any other games that really stand out to you guys when you look at those fixtures that will be in double game weeks? Because actually I think there's not many standouts.
I like from the get-go, I just noticed like Cardiff City versus Derby and Coventry, and I immediately thought of the game week like 1 to 5 legend that is Aidan Flint. If he could have a resurrection of his form, that would be insane. Because he was like the GOAT in my team. I was like, it was between him and NG, I think, and I thankfully went for Flint for no reason, but he got like so many points.
Well, yeah, the form isn't really there defensively, but I mean, Kiefer Moore, maybe.
He's expensive though.
He's
10.1.
Yeah,
So
he's
expensive.
expensive and he's not that of a clinical this year like he was last year. Same goes for Dykes as well, QPR's Dykes.
Well, he's
Both
been
of
out
these
injured for ages. To be fair, Dykes. He's not
Yeah,
been-
both of
He
these
did well.
guys.
He did well before he got injured, right?
Yeah,
Dykes.
I think so. He's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the likes of and if Victor comes to form as well, because all these strikers and their teams have 2 games that can be rescheduled. So that means they will have 4 games if they are scheduled in said week. So
How does this work?
these
Because like, yeah, they are
Yeah.
the ones that have 1 game. They have like a double game week. But like, what about those that have 2 games? Is that a triple game week then, or
They
just
just have
2 games and then 1?
two different doubles.
it's
So it could be game
2
week
different
27,
doubles.
then 28.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
28.
Yeah.
In
So
which case, we'd want to get quite a lot of those players. So like
Yeah,
Coventry,
for sure.
Cardiff, QPR, Stoke. Kind of who are the best?
strong.
Any thoughts? Because I was thinking, looking at Cardiff, I was just looking at the last 4 form.
You know what? Like, maybe the Wallace guy.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah. Great minds, David. Great minds. It's fine.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was what he said, but I just said it anyway. But yeah, great minds.
5.3, 6 million. Sorry, not 6 million. 5.3, 6 points in the last per game in the last 4 games. 4 assists this season, which is, but that's only from 13 appearances. And he's on set pieces, isn't he? And we know that Cardiff love a headed goal.
That sounds amazing, actually.
So he could be a genuine option, I would say.
Yeah.
Anyone else kind of from those teams? Godden for Coventry?
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
can be
he's the new Victor, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, seemingly Victor has gone off the boil and Gordon has started scoring lots of goals. I'm also looking at Stoke City because they have
Yeah.
2 nice. I know Coventry is good at scoring goals, but they're bad at defending. So if the likes of Stokes, Vrancic, and who is their new
How
striker
about
that
Campbell?
Tyrese Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell.
I
Yeah,
like that.
Tyrese Campbell. Yeah, he can be a nice differential because he's starting those games and he's also looking good. So touch wood,
Yeah.
he doesn't get any injury prior to those double game weeks happening, and he can be a nice way to break the template also because
I was just thinking that just before you said that. The fact that we've got these postponements could actually be really good for the game, and just we might see teams go in slightly different directions and break the template, because it's been set for a little while, really, hasn't it? We're kind of all picking from the same pool of maybe 30 players or so, 40 players.
And
I
it's
don't know.
also it's almost like the perfect time because like Solanke has just dropped off the bowl so much.
Fulham have
Like,
been great as well, and
I just want to get rid of Solanke.
Yeah.
it was you broke him, David. Let's be honest, you broke him.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
What was that stat? There was that stat that I saw the other day. It was the amount of games it's been since Fulham or Bournemouth last won a game. I'm looking at the form table, and neither of them have won in their last 5. But I think it goes back further than that as well.
Seriously?
Yeah,
absolutely
I think
crazy.
Yeah, I think 8 and 9 game weeks combined, both of them hasn't returning consistently enough. I also saw that
I
stat.
hadn't even clocked that. It's like 4 draws in a row for Fulham.
Yeah.
And a loss.
Yeah,
What?
that's
Why
that's
don't-
ridiculous. And the
Why don't
amount
you
of
push them?
chances Fulham is getting and creating, I don't know how they are drawing all those games.
The league's in a great position now, because like earlier on in the season, it looked like Fulham and Bournemouth were going to be first and second. They were going to run away from it. But we've got Fulham 45 points, Bournemouth 43 points. Blackburn have won 6 in their last 7 since the 7-0 against Fulham, 42 points. West Brom 41. QPR on 35, but they've got 2 games in hand. So, you know, if you imagine, say they got 4 points out of those 2 games, that's 39. And then you've got Stoke. And like the table's changed rapidly the last few weeks. Forest are now 7th. They've been going on a very good run. Any other kind of real movers? Sheffield United have not
Sheffield,
lost in 5. They're doing all right.
Yeah, Sheffield United is the team for me to watch out for, because they can be a dark horse, because the 3 games that they have all they are shutting down teams pretty well. And I don't know, many people thought that Heckingbottom was not has done anything to get the job, but seemingly he's doing pretty well at the moment. And the win against Fulham was basically those who have Sheffield United defenders. If they have hold them for so long, they are handsomely rewarded.
Why would anyone do that?
But they
No,
now
I-
come into
I-
a really, really good run. We mentioned this last time, but
Yeah.
starting now, they've got Preston away, Hull at home, Middlesbrough at home, Derby away, Luton at home, Peterborough away.
Don't
Birmingham
get
away.
fooled by that. That's already happened this season. Everyone got like Sheffield United players at the start, and it's that they have an easy run. Where would they? No.
David, though,
Uh,
they have not lost in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. So
Let's check.
another intermission, but we were talking about Sheffield United.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
gonna be a long night.
Yeah, so Bogle and Gibbs White were the ones you mentioned, Abhishek, and I would
Yeah.
agree with that, and I can see myself getting at least one. I mean, Fulham's form's dropped off a cliff. Maybe Wilson to Gibbs White is a potential move, because Wilson's
Yeah.
not looked good at all recently.
That's the move. That's the move everyone will be doing this game week, 100%. If the Sheffield United game goes,
I think I'm more likely to go for Bogle first, although I do need to just check what's going on with Baldock, because the last thing I want is to buy Bogle and then Baldock is first choice. So, but I suspect he wouldn't be. I think Bogle's done really well. I don't see
no,
why
I
I'd
think
change that.
I think in the last 3 games he has performed really well. Even though if he hasn't supplied the assist, he has scored 1 goal, I think, and he's hogging all the bonus points as well. So it's good. He's there, really becoming their attacking outlet, another attacking outlet apart from Gibbs White, and especially with in that side of the pitch, Gibbs White and Bogle coming from behind, they look pretty dangerous. So those 2 guys seemingly in my watch list for the
Yeah.
foreseeable future.
Bogle was picking up some good positions in the bits that I saw of the Fulham game. I didn't see much of it, but I saw some of it, and he was very advanced again. Yeah. Let's just talk about QPR, because they've also got 2 games. And I'm not really sure what to do about them, because obviously they've got lots of injuries, but by the time the doubles come around, they might well have a lot of players back. It's just they've been struggling a little bit for goals at times. So But I feel like they're a team you could easily triple up on. Willock's the obvious choice, but then there's Chair. Anyone else you would kind of say is an outside bet from QPR?
Who are their strikers? Do they even have them?
They've been playing Austin. And then Andre Gray has been coming off the bench most games.
Yeah. Hang on.
Because Johansson is kind of one of their creative players, but that's not translating into Gaffr points one bit.
It's either Willock and Chair as of now, because Dykes is injured. Apart, if Dykes doesn't get fit quickly enough, then those two midfield options. It's weird because both of them are midfield options, and that's the problem we have, because we have spoiled. We have plenty of choices in the midfield, and we can only get 5 players. So with the budget buster, those who haven't played budget buster, they have an eye for a budget player as well. So Willock fits the bill in that way, in that case also. But
defenders wise as well, though, like they've had no wing backs for a few weeks because of injuries, but if by the time we get to those doubles they do, I really like Wallace or McCallum, whoever looks more nailed. I suspect it might be McCallum. Especially, I feel like Wallace would be potentially a trap unless McCallum is out, just because is still injured, just because Wallace is so old, and if he's playing like twice a week for a few weeks in a row, then it might, he might not manage that. But Odebajo could come back in. He's only orange flag now. The thing is, defensively, it's quite hard to trust them, but these wing backs can get attacking returns. So.
Yeah, we can go differential. The problem is that if Wallace is just because he's so old, he can't play back to back 90 minutes, and that's the only issue here, because Barbet, Dickey, nobody seems to. They are taking all along the points, but Wallace seems to be their only attacking outlet when he plays, and whichever games they have played. Apart from that, only Chair and Willock seems to be hogging all the points, and they are their top 2 scorers in the Gaffr League as well, in the Gaffr Fantasy. So
maybe Dunn's 4.5, and you're not going to expect much from him, but he's scored the odd-headed goal already.
Is
cheap,
he the ex-Burnley defender?
Yeah.
Dunn? Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh. Actually, I think this ties a bit into one of the questions we have, actually.
Why don't we go into the questions then?
We can do, because like the question we have from Angus McPhail is, if you had to give an under the radar pick from each position for people looking to make gains, who would you suggest? And I think we're like talking about like under the radar picks anyway, so
yeah. So should we go position by position and then just say one each?
Yeah, I can start. I have a striker. I'm not sure if it's even a good pick, but I think it's funny because he's like a throwback for many people.
Okay, well,
Andy Carroll.
Okay, we'll start with strikers. Andy Carroll. Why do you say that?
Yeah, because he plays for a team that will have a double game week. He's tall. I don't know, and he got a goal like 2 weeks ago. So he plays at least he plays 90 minutes every week, which is surprising. Yeah. Why not? He's like a target man, and I don't know how defenses are against headers in this league, but do you know guys?
They have a nice double game week if it happens, because Luton and Peterborough defensively they are not that good. But yeah, it's a nice shout. It's a different shout, definitely, because and also seemingly he can defend as well. If only Gaffr gives
That was crazy.
Points. Can he have clean sheet points?
If only Gaffr give them, then he will be a golden option for us. But
he should get like points for the off the line clearances or something.
Yeah, I think he can be an option when Swift returns. When Swift returns healthy and he has a good amount of match fitness along him, then Andy Carroll becomes a genuine option, because he will be pinging those set pieces, these corners right into his head, and he will be a genuine threat in the opposition D box. So yeah,
Yeah.
wait for Swift to get fit, and then yes, definitely Andy Carroll is an option.
I mean, I'm definitely
Yeah.
not going there, but they're under the radar for a reason. So
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah, exactly.
we're not all going to agree.
Mm.
Abhishek, do you have one? Do you have an under the radar pick?
Seemingly, I have not. I have not. Seemingly, I am looking at Blackburns. Blackburns under the radar. I have one in my team as well.
Striker. We're starting with strikers.
Strikers. Then obviously not Blackburn. Then Coventry's Max Gordon.
Okay.
That's my underrated pick as of now because he's seemingly doing all right. Uh, I am not naming Wyman because
Yeah. No.
that's what it is, and
Oh, poor Spencer. He's just here to like talk against us because like
yeah,
yeah,
he
they don't
literally
fucking-
had he literally don't he doesn't suggest what I am not speaking on behalf of Wyman because Spencer seems to love him and we need to
Carry on.
keep that to him only. And so yeah, Wyman can be an option as well, but my pick will be Gordon. Apart from them, Piro has gone off the boil a bit. So yeah, from in the forward section, my underrated pick will be Gordon as of now.
So Gordon's fixtures are Millwall, Luton, both at home, Peterborough,
Peterborough away.
and then obviously they've got the doubles. So yeah, I like that shout. I think that's.
Yeah.
I think he could be an option. I will go for. I'll go for Tyrese Campbell. Why not? He's cheap. Luton at home, Bournemouth away, Blackpool at home, Peterborough away, Cardiff away, Millwall at home. It's a decent run aside from Bournemouth. Another team that have two doubles, and I think he's just only going to get better and better as he picks up more match fitness and has more time on the pitch. So that would be my pick, I think.
Yeah, that's a good shout because the only tough game Stoke has is Fulham, but
Bournemouth,
they are
it's
at
Bournemouth.
home.
Oh, sorry.
Bournemouth? No, it's Fulham.
They don't play Fulham at all. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the.
No, 28.
My bad. I was looking at completely the wrong set of fixtures. I was on 34 to 43 for some reason. So
Yeah, they played Fulham in 28, but that's at the Britannia Stadium, so that's not a tough match.
So to try and say the fixtures again, because I said it completely wrong before, it's blank because of COVID. Then it's Derby at home, which is probably at risk because of COVID anyway. So that may not happen. But then it's Preston, Hull, Fulham, Huddersfield, Reading. So it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's
Midfielders?
a nice shot. Yeah, midfielders.
Any under the radar picks in the midfield?
Yeah, my pick will be Buckley because I own him. He's my underrated. He's my underrated. He plays as in the forward line in the number 10 area, behind Brereton and seemingly who is their other striker? Come on. So yeah, Buckley seems to be a good midfield option as well as Rothwell, but Rothwell plays in the central defensive midfield position. But seemingly he's on the set pieces. He's getting those assists and all. So Rothwell or Buckley will be my picks.
At 4.6,
And-
that is a bargain, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David?
And Rothwell
Oh, sorry.
Rothwell also is cheap because he's 5.7. So both of those midfield players are really cheap. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can go any one of them. Yeah, go on, David.
Yeah, I think Benno is going to love this episode because like he's getting two stock picks in one section. My pick will be Mario Vranic from Stoke because he looks like he's playing very well at the moment. He got a goal and assist against QPR some weeks ago, and
You look good.
yeah, he's not too expensive as well. 6.9 million.
He's probably
Yeah.
benefiting from Powell being out of the team. He's kind of
Yeah, how long is Paul out again? Do we know that?
Ages. It's like a broken
Okay.
leg, isn't it?
No,
Ah,
no
right.
news.
Yeah.
No news on that.
Yeah, he won't be coming
Yeah.
back anytime soon.
Mm.
Mine is just gone blank. What was it? I had it. Oh yeah, it's a player that I own. It's kind of not looking so great after what happened with the game against Barnsley, but Callum Robinson. Maybe I was kind of hoping we'd see a bit of a renaissance from him, with West Brom's fixtures looking pretty good. I know he comes off the pitch a lot. He gets subbed a lot. But Derby, Preston, Cardiff, QPR, Peterborough, Millwall, next 6 games, not a bad run. And I'm hopeful that he could provide some nice differential returns for me. So I'm going to go for him. But he is more of a risky one from a minutes point of view, and he is 9.1, so he's quite expensive. But it was quite funny in one of the group chats that as soon as I said that I was bringing in Robinson for a hit, and captaining him, about 10 minutes later I looked back at the chat and about 3 or 4 more people had also brought him in. It's like, okay.
You are the trendsetter.
Trendsetter for a 7-pointer.
Gaffr influencer. Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, people should realise by now that just because I'm doing something doesn't mean I'm doing the right thing. I mean, I sold Swift ahead of Game Week 6 and he went crazy. I've sold Brennan Johnson and he's done really well. I've made some stinkers. So,
Let's keep those stinkers to me and David to keep a note of. You do your work because of being an influencer. Why are you?
I don't deserve it. Definitely not. Oh dear. Defenders then.
Yeah, as David said, Beno is really going to love this episode because my pick will be seemingly Smith. I'm looking at him, and if only Stoke can keep a few more clean sheets, then he becomes an option. And if Suter comes back injury free, seemingly I think in January or February he will be coming back, then he seems to be another good option from Stoke's defense. So Smith or Suter to look out for me in this stretch of games coming up. And
yeah, that's they've quietly gone about their business actually, Stoke, in terms of clean sheets. I'm just looking back at their previous results, and in their last 6 games they have kept 4 clean sheets. Decent fixtures to be fair. But yeah, like they're just going about their business quietly and not scoring many goals, but I think I quite like that shout.
How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, and yeah, we mentioned him earlier, but like Samura, I think if he's back, I didn't even know, but if he's back, he could be a cracking pick. Yeah. And I know some of us don't like speaking about ownership, but I won't say much about it. But considering it's like 8.7% across the whole game, I would presume that like the top 2,000, 1,000, there's like 0 point something, because like most of those are like dead teams anyway. So it can be useful, buddy. You just have to use it the right way. So yeah, I think considering that probably no one owns him, and if you know more information about him than others do, I listening to this pod, yeah, he's a good pick.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Lloyd Kelly just came back in as well, and the numbers are really good when Kelly's in the team, and they were really poor when Kelly was out of the team. I can't remember the exact stat, but I saw one on Twitter, and there's a really stark difference. So they'll improve defensively, and obviously we know how good Zamora is. So yeah, I will probably be buying him soon, definitely. I'm not sure for me. I like the ones you've said. I'm gonna go. I'm not going to transfer him in, but the one I'm going to say is Harry Toffolo. Now he's expensive. He's 5.9. But I think he's got 2 assists in his last 2 games. He certainly did against Coventry. Yeah, he has. Yeah, because I was watching the game against Coventry, and we know he gets far forward. And obviously, we know that Huddersfield's defensive form hasn't been quite so good. But if he can continue these attacking returns, he will be a bonus magnet as well. So if you want to go for a punt, maybe you could go for him. But I can't see myself buying him personally.
So if he is he like Malone from Millwall? Is he a like replacement for him? If you're looking at the fixtures, because they quite rotate nicely, Huddersfield and Millwall.
The thing is, Malone's $1 million more expensive. Well, he's 6.8, so unless when you mean rotation, do you mean like in your starting 11, own both and
Yeah.
Just the thing is, do you really want to have 2 defenders that are that expensive and not be starting them every week? That's just my only question on that one.
Seemingly, a lot of people have been eyeing up for that budget buster, and seemingly after the game weeks 21 and 23 over, seemingly many of them will be going out of that budget defenders. Yeah, granted, the budget defenders are doing well, but if you're looking to break the template in some sort of way, especially if you are not sacrificing your forwards, then you can look at spending those money in your defenders.
You could definitely make an argument for it. Like we've seen, there are quite a lot of good expensive defender options. Obviously, Furlong and Townsend, McNair. You know, you might want to take a punt on an expensive defender like a Bogle or a Toffolo, like we've been talking about. And you know, obviously, when players like Harry Wilson aren't really doing it, you could maybe take that money out. So yeah, I think that's a potentially good shout.
Yeah. I think I will do that myself, because like I have Jed Wallace and he's not playing now, and it's expensive. So taking that money out of the midfield and putting in defense seems smart.
Yeah.
One thing, before you do anything or bringing or take out players, do not take out Jed Wallace. Seemingly, as we have seen, even if Millwall loses, he gets to get all the points. So he's their only attacking outlet. If you are not owning Malone, then you have to own Wallace at this point of time.
Are you saying we have to own a Millwall player?
Really?
Yeah, we have said,
surely not. Surely
because
not.
Wallace has burned us throughout the season.
I have
not owned 23 game weeks
all season, and I barely owned him last season, and it hasn't done me any harm. I've been against Wallace pretty much from day one, because he's a bonus magnet, but you need more for your money.
Look, your situation is different. You didn't even own Swift. You were against owning Swift. It did not hurt you. So you are on a ridiculous luck.
Not recently. It has not hurt me recently, but it did a while ago.
You are on a ridiculous luck, my friend. Especially after.
Or I was right about Swift eventually. I was just 10 game weeks. I was 10 game weeks ahead.
Of course.
I just knew he was going to stop scoring. I didn't know that it was going to be good.
Yeah. Of course you do. Of course you have to feel that way.
I have to feel some sort of vindication when he did eventually stop doing well.
Yeah. It's like Malone it's like last year. You haven't owned Malone. I think last year
no,
he was doing really well for everyone, but still you finished second or third. Second, I think.
Can you not remember? Yeah, I finished second.
Yeah, you finished second. So you have a way of manipulating the Gaffr game. So why not stick to it?
I think I was terrible in this game from the way I get roasted on this pod at the moment. You think I was so bad?
No, nobody said you were bad. You were just bad in picking 1 or 2 players that seemingly doing well, but you have an agenda of not owning them. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of get stuck in a mindset around certain players. Definitely, I can be stubborn about players in all.
It doesn't really matter if like your 13 other players are doing well. and the other players who don't have are not owned like by everyone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not the worst. It's like you don't get hurt by not owning Wallace, but you don't get the points he gets when he holds. So
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
yeah. Do we need to do
Priorities.
goalkeepers?
Nah, just get what's his name again?
Just
The
get
country guy.
Yes.
Lumley's
Do
back.
not.
Get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I mean, out of the
Actually, he doesn't
blue,
double, does he,
he
though?
comes back, and he scored 13 points in the in the past 2 game weeks. So seemingly, he seems to be nailed now. Or am I too soon to tell that?
I mean, all you need is more for the doubles. So everyone's got more, so just play him in the doubles, and you've got another. Like honestly, goalkeepers that like I've got Nichols. Just
Maybe
can sit
Bursey.
there, but- Yeah, Bursey's
From
a shout,
Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beno is going to love today's pod. we're shouting 4 underrated players, all from Stoke.
Yeah.
Bursik's red flagged. Why is he red flagged? Is he actually playing at the moment? I'm not actually sure. Okay, Davis started the last game.
Then Davis, yeah.
So Davis.
Davis.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about keepers. Next question.
Yeah. So we posted the questions like some hour ago, and I was just looking at them before the episode, and like it looked like almost all the questions were about boosts. So prepare for a boost section of the pod. Yeah, but there are some. They are like not the same. They are like varied in what they want us to talk about. So yeah, we can just start with Martin, Man on Pod legend. He says, I think he says 1 boost left in this round. What do you think is the best opportunity to use it? Multi-captain or overhaul? And also I can just say the other question as well from FPL Kid. If you had all 3 boosts, what and when would you use it? He has his own plan, and he just wants our opinion as well. So basically, which boosts, and probably like most interested in either playing an attacking chip like multi-captain or just getting a new team because of COVID.
Well, we can address the when question quite easily. It's in the double, isn't it?
Not now.
And just it's in the doubles. If you have 3 left, there's probably not going to be 3 double game weeks. So when you play that third, honestly, I'm not sure. Just whenever you kind of feel like you've got good fixtures. But yeah, so what did you say? Multi-captain or overhaul?
Team dependent as always, but yeah. Did anyone like use their overhaul to set up for Budget Buster when that was like the vibe, or
I did
was
not
it
play
just...
mine.
Yeah, I didn't get the feel for if anyone did that, but maybe that's more ideal when there's a double game week and we know who will double.
Well, in a double game week, I would probably say multi-captain on 3 doublers. Or one of them could be like Mitrovic or something, if he's got a good fixture, just because obviously point scoring boosts are better, and then obviously it's in a double game week, so it's probably likely to pay off even better than an overhaul. But we say the same. We say it all the time, don't we? Try not to overhaul, but if you need to, long term it will probably pay off, right?
Yeah. I can actually see an argument for like using the overhaul to set up for the consecutive double game weeks, because like. If there's uncertainty like in the 3 game weeks preceding the double game weeks, you don't really want to have those players. But if it's like clear before double game weeks that they will play, and there's not like much COVID high or something, I can see that being a nice thing. But we have to remember that Martin's asking if he should play multi-captain or overhaul, so his situation is a bit different.
You're giving me flashbacks with that question, because actually I think it was probably game week 27 and 28 last season as well. It's exactly the same situation. We had 2 doubles back to back because of COVID, and what I did was I was kind of aligned with what you said, David. I thought I think there was an earlier double as well in like 23, and my team wasn't very well prepped, so I thought I'll overhaul and then just smash the 2 doubles and play a different boost in 28 or something. But then Tony went crazy, and then Rune had played Goalfest on him, and made massive gains that week. So, but the caveat is obviously we don't have the boosts we have this time aren't as powerful, budget buster aside. But obviously Martin will have played that already because it's only a multi-captain. That's less likely to happen, or at least even if it did happen, and the people who would have captained go crazy, it's not going to be as much of a points loss as a boost like Golffest would be. So
yeah, it's a big thing that we don't have that right now because that's such a devastating captain to not have played if it's going crazy. So
what else have we got on boosts?
Yeah, those were like the questions about which boosts, and then it's like a bit more about boosts in itself. SPL Glasto, he's asking. I presume this is a bit like tongue-in-cheek, but he's saying, would you like to see an extra free hit chip given in Gaffr to cope with the postponements?
No.
Yeah, I think that's in response to today's announcement of FPL basically copying Champion and giving us a second free hit.
Yeah. Not only that, we don't want a free hit because if for all the everyone the debate is going on that it helps the casuals, but seemingly you are giving another opportunity to those players who have wrongly played this game week. There were not many players out, but they needed to play. They have to play, and doesn't in the FPL part I scored with 6 players 60 points. You can score it if you have the correct captaincy. So seemingly those who have wasted those free hits, not many gains have happened. So seemingly you have given an advantage against to all those players who have been saving those chips for reason. They have been at least not they don't have to plan for whole season. At least a little bit of planning goes on. So you kind of have to think about those players as well. It's not that, but the more I speak to it, the more people will get angry. So I restrain my thoughts.
I'm dead against it, but let's not dwell on that too much.
we have to remember that this is also if we wanted the extra free hit chip in Gaffr, and we don't really have a free hit chip in Gaffr anyway. So that goes further to our next question, I think, because Forever QPR _ FPL is asking, what 2 boosts do you think we will get in Game Week 30 other than the new overhaul? So I presume it's like when they refresh, right?
Yeah. There's going to be one. There's going to be at least one big one. Like we had away days. We had budget buster. What's the big one going to be? I wonder if it's going to be something new because home advantage isn't that big. They did that last season. Isn't that great? I wouldn't class it in the same kind of category as budget buster and away days.
I don't know.
I hope we get
what new chip can they? Yeah, that would be awesome.
The main thing is that it seemingly, or it looks like that there will be a free hit chip now in Gaffr because due to the postponements, it seems is. Yeah, I am the signs are looking like that there will be a free hit chip because
what information do you have that we don't?
Whatever tweets or whatever things that I have been reading for the past 2 hours in our Twitter community, everyone seems to be favoring the free hit chip, barring few of us like me and Joe.
I've been seeing a real mix. I feel like it's about 50-50.
Maybe, but I am slightly edging towards they have, because a lot of people are saying that it's good, even though they have all 4, even though some people have still their first wild card left, they haven't played it. They're also saying that it's a nice thing. So it will be a nice thing that, or if if the Gaffr guys are following the trend, then they will be providing us the free hit chip, because lots of postponements will happen. See, after the game week 30 on towards the stretch of the final season. So it's logical that we will be getting another free hit, because it's pointless to get another overall. We have already gotten 2 overalls in section of the boost, so why giving it another overall? But a case may be made for overall as well. So seemingly overall free
I don't
hit
agree. Sorry,
can
I don't think
It's a
so.
bit it's a bit different in Gaffr though, because like if you have a 7th boost to choose from, you still have to choose that one, and you lose one of the 2 others that you want to use.
It throws.
So
it
I'm
all
not
off,
sure.
doesn't
I'm
it?
not sure even. I don't even sure if the most players would want to use the free chip, because like as an FPL, you will still get your bad COVID-ridden team back the next week anyway. So maybe just overhaul is just.
And it would be such a
Yeah.
pain to kind of incorporate it into the website. Remember, this is someone who's doing it not as their job,
Yeah.
they're doing it in their own free time for the good of the community. It's a lot of extra work, and honestly, for something that would divide opinion massively, I don't think it's
Yeah,
worth
they
the
just,
effort and the time.
They
Yeah.
just inserted the ownership thing with lots of controversy anyway, so maybe not the best time.
Maybe they will not anger me more with the. I really can't. I can't. The amount of people telling me, "Have you looked at EO? Have you looked at?" Come on, guys. I've told that I don't look at EO. Why the hell will I look at EO? No, you should look at EO. You should. All right, fine.
Oh,
I'm not speaking anything.
I've just thought of a boost they might have next. I think they might have midfield dynamos in the next set. Because they've had midfield
They haven't
generals
had-
in this one, and obviously no one's playing it, but I think
What's the difference again?
midfield dynamos is
Completely.
times 2, midfield generals is just times 1.5. So it's pretty nice.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you playing midfield dynamos in Super League,
Yes, I have.
David? You are
Me?
David.
No.
What boost are you playing?
Multi-captain.
Oh,
Anyway, we've gone off topic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Next question.
Next question. Right. I'm just have to see what I have technology. Yeah, I think that's all the like game-related questions. But we have one question that came in like last minute before we started. So luckily, we started a bit later than we thought. So the main man, Steve Bird, has a question for us, and I think it's a fun one. As we're going only 2 days until Christmas, at least for me. I don't know which day you're primarily celebrating, but he is asking us if you could buy all, if you could all buy one of the other guys a present, what would it be? I like that question.
It's a great question. These are the sorts of questions that I'm terrible with coming up with good answers for.
Go on, give it your best shot.
I need some thinking time. David, you said you knew your answer earlier, so you go first.
Yeah. Okay. I have one for you at least, Abhishek. I can do that first. Considering all the troubles with your neighboring dogs, I think I would give you at least a bag of dog bones.
Oh, nice. I really need it.
Yeah, I do.
I would get him. We've got a new nickname for him, which when we go on to have our next Super League pod, you'll know about. He's played part of the bus in Super League, and he is smashing it to bits for his like 4 goals from the team. So I would buy him a lifetime bus pass, free bus travel, if I could afford it, which obviously I can't.
Nice.
So he never has to pay for bus travel again after his amazing part of the bus in Super League. That's probably going to take him up to 2nd place.
You have put me on the spot now with nice gifts. I need to think. I need to think about the gifts. Okay, so okay. Joel, seemingly you are an Everton fan, so and an avid tennis fan. So maybe maybe Wimbledon tickets. I can afford Wimbledon tickets for you.
A
So
serious one. Ah, yeah. I would love
yeah,
that.
I can give you. I can buy an. Yeah, I can. That will be my Christmas present for you.
That's a good
A
one.
Wimbledon,
I've been like loads of times and I love it. So that would be a great present.
Wimbledon, and as you an Evertonian fan, so a box of toffees will be nice touch as well. And for David, I think he is in need of socks because he seemingly shares us with lot of socks. I can give him a pair of socks because it's he told me that it's minus degrees, so it will keep him warm.
Everyone's favourite
And
thing to get.
yeah, and he seemingly is a bit of a nuisance around the kitchen because he always cuts himself while cooking. So maybe some safety gloves as well, so that your
That's a
hand
whole other story,
stays.
guys. Don't you worry. We don't have time to go into
Oh
that.
no.
Yeah, see me. So
I'll just say, be careful with knives, guys,
yeah,
or else you'll
so
be
I
sidelined for
ca-
3 months.
David's life
yeah, I
advice.
care about David's safeties. So
Yeah,
I
thank you.
need to have to give him a pair of safety gloves and a pair of socks, seeming to keep him warm and safe.
Nice, nice. Thank you.
Well, I know what I would get David. I've realised. Yeah, I've got quite a good one. Well, I live in Nottingham, and obviously, kind of become quite good friends, through this stuff. So I would buy David flights to England, and he can come and stay with me, and we can go and watch Forest. Get tickets at the Forest. At the City Ground, so that he can watch his hero Philip Zinkenegel in the flesh.
Yes.
Yes.
Knowing you're lucky he'll
Yes.
be injured
Yes.
that week or something.
That-
But,
Oh, I love that.
so that's what I would
that's-
get David. So he can see me,
Yes.
which is obviously great in the flesh because
Mhm.
that's never happened, and he can go and see Philip Zinkenegel just down the road at the City Ground.
Oh,
Oh, I would
wow.
love that. That's what I would really like to have in real life as well, but that's like so expensive.
Oh,
But I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, I've definitely
Awesome.
gone for things I can't afford, but
Yeah.
it's a hypothetical question, so
Yeah, it's a kind of question. Yeah. So that leaves just your present for me, then, Joel. And
what
yeah,
gift am I getting from Joe?
you're
Oh,
from
bus
Joel.
pass.
Done yours,
Bus
we've done
pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bus
yeah,
pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm getting a bus pass. Yes.
FPL busman himself has forgotten his gift about buses. No, okay. Yeah, my gift for you, Joel. Because we're like talking a bit about like girlfriend problems,
Oh, no.
or like not having
Oh,
girlfriend at all, basically.
No,
This is getting
no,
frustration.
no.
This is getting edited.
And
No.
to like kind of help you out a bit, I would have gotten you a Tinder Platinum subscription.
What?
There is no guarantees this ends up staying in the video because it's personal stuff, David. These are personal conversations.
Oh, no, 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 no. It's a good gift.
Is it though?
It's not a bad gift.
Tinder? I didn't even know you could have a subscription. I never
Now I
used
know.
a dating app in my life.
Yeah, that's the time, man.
Should have seen that coming, but
You know what? When he visits you, then both of you guys can really have a crack at that.
what's David supposed to do? Bring someone back to Norway?
You are giving him one ticket. How the hell will he brought his?
Oh my gosh.
What is this episode?
Okay.
What is this episode?
See, Steve, you have ventured us to a different path. You happy now?
Right, let's move on before this gets any more ridiculous. Is that it for questions,
Yeah.
David?
Yeah, that's it.
Right, let's very quickly, because this is going on for quite a while now. look at our teams for next week and go back to Gaffr somehow. David, there you go. Your team's on the screen now. If we can stop giggling.
Yeah.
We have
Compared to
quite a
this,
few.
yeah,
We have-
not. What is it?
No, but go on, go on. No, I will restrain it for the next video.
Yeah, not much exciting actually in my team. Apart from yeah, lots of bankers on the bench, and yeah,
Mm.
I think I'll just roll this week actually if we don't know if Townsend is actually more injured than the flag
Yeah.
indicates. But yeah, I think that's it. Not much exciting.
Yeah, seemingly he has illness.
Oh
I
no,
don't
that's
know
an
what
old
sort of-
flag. That's from when he was out with COVID. They need to take that off.
All right.
He's fine. He's fine.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me.
That's nice and simple. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I've not really thought about it, to be honest, since the other night when the Fulham game happened. I can see myself rolling because that's not a bad team, but I am very keen to get I'll probably get Zamora, maybe not this week but next week, because he's got quite a fixture, I believe, this coming up game week. It was against
QPR.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. But yeah, I do kind of want to get rid of Colwell. But to be honest, I don't really know. I'll probably roll. I'll captain Brereton almost certainly. I'm pretty set on that captaincy. Vice will be either Mitrovic or Townsend, but probably Mitrovic because Birmingham aren't that great. And I'm probably going to be giving kind of Wilson his last chance, really, before I move him on. Yeah, that's basically me. Abhishek, finish us off.
Yeah, I am also going to roll because I don't think I am. I don't know. Honestly speaking, I don't know what moves to make because all the players that I have seemingly has decent fixtures. So Wilson, as you said, Wilson gets last opportunity because it's against Birmingham. So Birmingham have been bad and they have been they have been punished by Blackburn 4-0. So seemingly they don't looking like a good looking like a team that has been doing pretty well at the start of the season. So and with Fulham's attacking prowess, Birmingham they can take Birmingham to the cleaners. So Wilson gets another chance so that he can bang in a 30-yard free kick as his parting gift. Ping, ping you this. now, now he will surely blank, as I have said it. So that's what I all I do about in Gaffr with players. So seemingly, yeah, that's so. Mitrovic gets the armband for me because it's Birmingham, and Brereton gets the vice captaincy, and I have put my emergency captain on Buckley. So let's see, and
That's crazy.
Mitrovic is not getting benched, so it's not going to happen.
You never know.
Nah,
It happened one week when it was a really bad. Oh yeah, it was a really bad week. Which week was it? Oh, it's when I played Super Subs. He just randomly got injured or something.
And as far as my bench is concerned, I have Bree and Chair, but see, I think I will if Towns. I don't know about starting Lees against Blackpool. So it's either going to be Lees or Equitator making way for Bree. If I want to do that move, but Bree is on my bench at first place and Chair and Giles and more with postponement. So yeah, this is my team. Lumley is in goal. So hoping for another clean sheet from him, but it's against Nottingham Forest. Kind of need the Johnson return as well. It's going to nice if they score a 1-1, but all goals come in second half. So there's my wish. Hopefully it comes back. And before I finish off, no Zinc returns. For God's sake. No Zinc returns.
Bro.
I had to get him. I had to say this because you have taken a dig at me with the EO. So I had to get him in before I finish this part.
Oh, leaving it late.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
Conflict in the ranks.
that's my team.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we all get green arrows.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you never
Yeah.
know. We could get to Boxing Day, and there's been like 3 more postponements, and everything's up in the air again. So
Yeah,
who knows whether
all
this
can.
we'll
all
still
can
have
go to
players
the-
by that point. But yeah, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Well,
I'll just say in response to the sync thing, but who's close to the top runner right now?
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah. And who has sync logo?
Not much behind. I'm not much behind in points, so we'll see.
We will see.
see.
on that note, we will wrap this episode up. If you came for lots of top quality Gaffr advice, maybe this wasn't the episode, but it's been good fun.
No, not only top quality Gaffr advice, we have given some pretty Christmas gift list as well. So one can really help. If we help someone for their Christmas presents, then that will be nice.
Yeah.
Do at us if you buy those gifts. We would love to hear from you guys.
Let's all chip in for that unlimited bus travel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unity.
you kind of need to
You've got a lot of
because I'm
followers.
having.
You've got a lot of followers on Twitter. You know. You never know.
Yeah, can get it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
stay safe, everyone, over Christmas, wherever you are in the world. Obviously, it's tough times at the moment with Omicron. So,
Yeah.
just look after yourselves. If you're able to,
Get your
enjoy times
vaccines.
with friends and family.
Yeah,
yes,
get
reach
your
out,
vaccines. Yeah.
100%. And we will be back soon for a Super League episode, I'm sure. And then another
Yeah,
Championship episode.
absolutely. I will be doing a Super League because I want to talk about my Park the Bus team.
Yeah. Leave that for later.
Maybe we should actually no. Let's cancel. We don't want to nobody wants to hear about Super League anymore. Let's just stick to the Championship game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Of
Alright.
course you do.
Stay safe, everyone, and have a great Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas.